This week, we find out that Jason is actually more than just slightly drawn to the dark matter. In fact, he's connected to it. We find this out as he actually pulls the dark matter through glass and it absorbs into his body, which makes him whole again for just a few moments. This opens up the story arc for the episode, where it's a race to get as much dark matter as they possibly can. Jarvis and Peggy head over to the cold storage where they're keeping the Lady in the Lake from one of the earlier episodes. However, Whitney beats them to it and absorbs the dark matter that's still in the Lady of the Lake. Both Jason and Whitney come to the same conclusion right around the same time, that they need to replicate the results of the original process for creating dark matter, which was an atomic explosion. Turns out Isodyne was making atomic bombs for the government, and there's uranium being stored in Hollywood. That's convenient. And so we end up in a secret facility with both teams racing to try to get the uranium. Jarvis having to pull the uranium out of the bombs and into the case, while the teams are busy fighting back and forth. Whitney and Peggy face off for the first time. Peggy gets a really good shot in, and Whitney's actually surprised at how much it doesn't hurt her. Whitney then throws her down into a pit, and rebar goes right through Peggy, but luckily misses all of her vital organs. In the end, our heroes are able to get away with both Peggy and the uranium. Overall, I really liked in this episode how they had an infusion of new characters and started involving others. They realized that they weren't going to be able to do this on their own, especially given the reach that the club supposedly has and the group of 9 supposedly has. What I didn't like about this episode is the fact that I really had to suspend my disbelief on this one. Number one, for the uranium being stored in Hollywood, yeah, it would pretty much never happen. And also, I had to take a question about Peggy's interest in Jason. When I think about who she's been interested in before, thinking about Sousa and thinking about the Cap, Jason just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. Overall, I thought this was a pretty good episode for a bridge episode. Definitely not something that was as strong as some of the other main story arcs, but it's helping us get along there. But what did you think? I really want to know, so let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.